There's all this technology, there's all these tools, there's all these things that we can do as appraisers to improve what we do as business owners, to be more efficient, to be more effective, to do things differently.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
And welcome one, welcome all. Another mini-sode for you. Dustin Harris hanging out in the podcasting chair. Thanks for joining us. Just got a quick one for you today. There's things that happen on a regular basis that I just think, wow, I cannot believe. I hear about appraisers and the way they do things, and I just think, holy cow, because I've just been doing things so differently for so long that sometimes it's quite funny to see that. I don't want to say people are living in the dark ages. But maybe they're living in the dark ages. I don't know. We'll let you figure that out. First of all, speaking of dark ages, you are not living in the dark ages if you're using ANow software. Folks, check them out right now, anow.com/coach. anow.com/coach is the software that I use to manage everything that happens in my appraisal office, and I love it. You will too. anow.com/coach. Okay, so I was talking to an appraiser just the other day, and to protect his anonymity, not that you would know him, but it was just an interesting conversation. I won't go into all the details. Let's put it that way. As I'm talking to him, I'm starting to realize that he does not have something in his office that I think is so simple and straightforward. Probably because I've been doing it for a long time. But you know what? I have to step back and realize, I really haven't been doing it all that long. Maybe 7 or 8 years that I've been doing this. And it seems like forever. But I do realize that some appraisers are just used to doing things the way that they do them. And they just don't, not that they don't know any better, but that they don't really see the benefit of doing things differently. And one of those things is something I want to share with you today. Again, a very short mini-sode for you today, but I think one that is super important. But I want to set the stage. I want to set the stage this way and say, you don't know what you don't know. By the way, I know that's a common phrase, but the first time I ever heard it was David Bronner of Working RE Magazine. And I remember very clearly, we were having a conversation, I don't even remember what about, but we were in the hallway of one of these conferences with appraisers, passing on the left and on the right. And we were talking about just the way that appraisers do things. And he said, well, you don't know what you don't know. And I just paused there, and I'd never heard that phrase quite that way before. And I thought, man, that is so ingenious. You're right. If you don't know about it, how do you make a change? Okay. And that's one of the things I want to talk about today is there's all this technology, there's all these tools, there's all these things that we can do as appraisers to improve what we do as business owners, to be more efficient, to be more effective, to do things differently. Now, there's two sides of this. Number one, there's the ignorant, and I don't mean that in a bad way, by the way. That word has a negative connotation. I don't know why. You look it up in the dictionary. It just means you don't know. So there's the ignorant. There's the people that don't know certain things. And then there's the others that do know, but then they don't implement for whatever reason. They know about something, but they justify it away. Well, that won't make that big of a difference. Well, that's only going to save me 5 minutes per inspection. Well, I don't have the time to step back and learn this new technology. Okay, there's all kinds of excuses out there, right? And when I sit down with my dream team, my mastermind, we talk often about, hey, listen, do you want to do what's best for your business right now or long term? Now, the answer is long term. And you have to, folks, you have to step back sometimes in order to step forward. And I hate the phrase, one step back, 2 steps forward, because I'll tell you, with a lot of this stuff, it's 1 step back, 6, 7, 8 steps forward. It's a huge leap. I know it sounds like a minor thing. The thing I want to share with you after the break today is something that seems so minor, yet has made all the difference in the world, both in cost, like dollar to dollar cost, and efficiencies. Can't wait to tell you about it. But I first want to tell you about another thing that's improved my life dramatically since I started using it, and that is ANow software. Now, folks, the same thing happened with ANow software. I'll be honest with you. I first heard about it. I thought, okay, I already have a spreadsheet, right? Why would I want to change the way I do things? The more I learned about it, the more I was intrigued and interested, but do I really want to go to a new system? Do I really want to step back? And I'll tell you what I did. I actually drug my feet and I did my old spreadsheet alongside ANow software just to try it out. Folks, big mistake, right? If you're going to take the leap, because it was not until I actually cut off the old spreadsheet that I'm like, okay, life is great. And it really was. ANow software will allow you to do more with less. Check them out right now at anow.com/coach. Once again, it's anow.com/coach.
Big city, beautiful sky. The only thing I want is to taste of your body. South sand, thicker than light. Your beating, breathing house keep me from dying. I'm gonna rock your back, dig it down slow.
And we are back, folks. We're talking today about efficiencies and effectiveness and doing things differently than you've done in the past. Okay, so let me set this up again. I was talking to an appraiser just recently, and as we were talking back and forth, I started to realize that this guy only had one monitor. Now, if those of you who only have one monitor, again, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, okay, I am judging you. What are you doing? Right? I mean, do you have any idea how your life is going to improve if you go to dual monitors? It is like the one thing that you will see in the first 10 minutes you start using it. You'll be like hitting your head like the old V8 juice commercials and go, I could have had a V8. What the hell was I thinking for so long that I didn't have this wonderful thing called dual monitors? Now, it is the thing that allowed me to take the first step on the road to paperless. Here's why. What I used to do is when an order came in, I had the order there and I wanted to key it into Alamode software. So I would physically print out the order so I could have it on my desktop. Now, here's the funny thing. I actually had a little arm, a plastic arm that was connected to my monitor that had a clip, that had a long arm and a clip. So I could clip papers on there. Okay. And some of you are going, what? That is so arcane. And others, you're like, what are you talking about, Dustin? I still got that. It's really cool. So I would clip it on there. Isn't that really essentially what a dual monitor is? I've got the piece of paper, black and white, the information there so I can key it into Alamode software. Okay. First of all, what the heck was I doing printing? And second of all, can't you do the same thing digitally? And the answer is absolutely. Right now, in front of me, I don't know if you can see this on the cam. Maybe I'll turn here. So that's the back of one monitor. I'm going to turn this one, and that's the back of the second monitor. And so the one that I've got the camera on, those of you who are watching on the Coach Cam, that's the one, that happens to be my laptop. So I've got my laptop in front of me, and I've got a monitor here and a monitor there. I've got 3 monitors in front of me, folks. I tell you what, 3 monitors is not enough. And, shout out to Jason, who's on my dream team. Jason, you know who you are. I'm not going to use your last name, but he sent a picture of his monitor set up. And I swear he's got, 6? At least 6 monitors set up. This guy's got a command center, right? Folks, when you start to use dual monitors, you will wonder why you don't have 3, 4, and more. You will wonder why in the world you were printing and continue to print out paper for so very long. Folks, if you want to make a small step in your appraisal business to be more effective and more efficient and save you money, okay? I spent thousands of dollars on printers and paper and print cartridges and everything else for so many years. You're not going to do that with dual monitors. If you're not using dual monitors, folks, what are you waiting for? That's my tip of the day. I know most of you are like, really, Dustin, that's it? Like, I've been using these for years. Yeah, I get it. But here's the thing. The purpose of this show is to help all appraisers. And there's appraisers, I just found out, there's still appraisers who are not using dual monitors. Folks, what are you waiting for? Get on the bandwagon, check it out, and start using dual monitors. It will change the way that you do business for you and every one of your employees. Every one of your employees. Dual monitors is where it's at. By the way, I've got a VA who's now helping me in the Philippines, and guess what I'm in the process of doing for her? Yeah, that's right. I'm buying her a monitor, so she's got dual monitors as well, so she can be more efficient and more effective at what she does. It will do the same for you folks. Speaking of being effective and efficient, hope you've heard the Appraiser Academy is now opening up. Our first meeting is going to be July 24th. Can't wait. Jump on board right now, folks. This is an online, in-person, live, interactive meeting every single month with other appraisers where you can ask me direct questions about how to improve your business, where we will have a webinar style teaching every single month where you will learn specific things, not just about dual monitors. We're going to go a whole lot more in depth than that. So you can learn how to improve your business as a real estate appraiser. Join us now. Our first meeting is July 24th. It's the Appraiser Academy. You can find it on my website, theappraisercoach.com/memberships, theappraisercoach.com, and then click on the membership tab. Can't wait to join you and have you join me. We'll see you soon in the Appraiser Academy, and we'll see you soon next time here at the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach Podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.